Hydrogen cyanide's a great product, and we've used it in the kiwifruit industry for probably over 35 years, and it's done a superb job. And if people are talking about level of efficacy of hydrogen cyanide, I don't think you'll have too many people questioning what it's been capable of doing and achieving, and particularly in yield, and being able to have a consistent level of yield year after year, despite what the weather conditions are throwing at your orchard. So it's a wonderful product. It's been around for a long time, but it has a but, and that is that it's actually quite toxic. And so you're getting a lot of communities and people questioning why we should be continuing with this product. Hydrogen cyanide has quite an extensive label, and if you look at the safety data sheet, SDS sheet for those who know, it has a lot of warnings, and it has a lot of issues attached to it when it's placed into an environment which is sensitive, and that would be both vertebrates, and including that humans. Dogs particularly are very susceptible. You're talking the aquatic systems, so it's ecotoxic. It's not very long-term residual, so it's very capable of breaking down in soils, but its initial impact is very, very strong. And so when you are dealing with a community that's in and around the orchards that you're actually putting this product onto, and you have wind drift, or what we call chemical trespass, occurring, there's a fallout. And the negative fallout is that people get sick, nauseous, they get skin and eye irritations, they get phytotoxicity on some sensitive crops that they're trying to grow, or hedgerows. So there's a lot of negative parts attached to what happens when it gets in the airstream and goes off target and over the boundary that you're spraying. When you've got this cross conflict between yield and dollars and cents and the sheer economics and the value of the product versus what its downstream negative effects are, you have a dilemma. If you don't have a replacement, then you have what's just gone on, where there was going to be an execution of the product in the next year or so, but there's been a stay in that execution because there's been so many people voicing their opinion about we would lose somewhere between 10 and 20% of our industry if we didn't have it as a product. So the dilemma is there. The answer to the dilemma is we need an alternative, or several alternatives, and that's where we come in with Syncron. So the product we were looking for wasn't something that was sitting on the shelf ready to be taken. It was one that we had to really decide on a number of boxes that needed to be ticked to actually allow it to be processed into the New Zealand market. And one of those was environmental. We've already got a product which screams, hey, we're anti-environmental because it is toxic. We needed something that had a high degree of safety in terms of the environment, ecosystems, waterways, all of the areas around orchards. And then, of course, and probably foremost, is the community itself and the effect that it's having on how people interact with that orchard, how they actually perceive what is going on in kiwifruit. We needed to have a product that actually felt good, performed in terms of efficacy as well, which that's not a mean task to achieve that. And when we actually had a look around and we saw that there were some other options that were being looked at as well, Syncron fitted those criteria, and we actually said, look, hey, we're really interested in promoting this, but it's going to be quite a long, lengthy downtime period and a lot of cost, because doing trials on a replicated basis over a number of years with a whole lot of independent assessors is not a cheap process.